All right, Communication Man is here. All right, aka Alexander. So this is about treasure. All right, so I'm going to elaborate on that. And my question for you is, will you lose your treasure? Now, what treasure am I talking about? Is it gold and diamonds? It's actually something even more rare than that. And what do I mean? What I mean is the treasure from the people you care about are their special memories that you've never taken the time to ask. Okay, so a lot of people don't really know their mother, their father, their children, their close friends as well as they think they do. All right, so there's a vast amount of experiences that we all have that we never share with anyone because no one bothers to ask, right? So this is about listening and how it's like a white magic, but it's also more than that. It's magical in the sense that it can give you gifts. Okay, so people don't understand, but every person you meet is a walking historian. Okay, they have all the files of their life in their brain somewhere. So, you know, if you ask your parents or people that are close to you special questions, you can start to get better answers and you can start to learn about them. And you can learn things that maybe help you understand who they are, or really special things that help you kind of understand what it was like when they grew up. And the interesting thing is, I want you to think to yourself, how well do you know the people that matter to you? All right, how well do you think you really know them? Okay, so even if you think you know them well, I guarantee there's a lot you still don't know. Okay, so the cool thing is, think of yourself, all right, as a Jedi listener. If you're going to go into listening and take it serious, okay, listening is the most underrated skill I can think of in communication. Okay, so everyone is always thinking about how to talk better. Very few people think about how to actually listen as like a science. Okay, so the reason I say that is we hear that so many times. Oh, it's good to listen, but hearing and practicing are not the same thing, right? How many people know it's good to eat an apple? It's good to eat fruits and vegetables, and how many are eating, junk food all day, right? So the important thing is, I want you to think about yourself as like a special agent. Okay, you're like the time traveler. Okay, so your gift, your ability to yourself to like learn from other people, especially the people you care about, is you're putting yourself as a time traveler through their memory index. Okay, so the cool thing is you can go back wherever they were in 1950, 1960, 1970, and you can learn secret things about them. All right, so there's two ways to learn. Okay, so dumb people learn always from themselves from every experience. Okay, so it doesn't make you dumb to learn from your own experience, but I don't need to, get stabbed in the eye with a knife to understand that that's not a good idea, right? Maybe someone else got stabbed and I saw like, it didn't work out good for them, right? Or I can just imagine. Okay, so smart people benefit from other people's failures, other people's dumb mistakes. Okay, stupid people see their dumb mistakes and don't learn from it and just pursue their own dumb mistakes and copy them in the stupid path, right? So there's a smart path and there's a dumb path. Okay, so the cool thing is we can learn life lessons, right? But we can also learn what not to do and what to do just by looking at the fruit of someone's life. But more importantly, this isn't to focus on simply like lessons. It's really to learn about the people you love before they die. Okay, so that leads me to my next thing. Time is winding down. So your ability to be able to connect with them and time travel and go in the past and learn about their special memories is fading away. Okay, so this person that you're talking to, think of them like a ghost that's slowly about to evaporate. Okay, so maybe that's 10 years, 20 years, maybe it's tomorrow. You never know. That's the important thing. But they will evaporate from your life. Okay, so whether it's your mother, your father, you're going to be sad when you want to go talk to them and ask them a question and you can't. Okay, they're gone. Their soul isn't on this earth anymore. Okay, so the reason I'm saying this is really important is the gold, the treasure, will die with them. So take the time to get to know people. Okay, so this is what I want you to focus on: positive questions. Okay, so you're going to ask them, what was their favorite memories? What was their favorite life lessons? Okay, or it doesn't have to be their favorite, but just something that they learned. What was some mistake they made that they learned and they fixed it? Who were their best friends growing up? Ask fun questions, you know? What was did they ever get in any trouble? Did any fun pranks? What were their happy days? You know? What was their favorite food when they were little? What was their favorite restaurant? What was hard to get when they were little and that they're happy they have it when they're older? What was it like without having cell phones? What was it like before telephones were so popular or TV was so popular, whatever it is, right? Ask them questions like that and learn and just hear what their response is. Now, if they're people you care about, if you love them, it's going to be interesting. If it's your children, they're younger, so you can ask them different questions, you know, but it's like take time to really listen, okay? They can tell if you don't really care, you know, so do it like when you have really good energy. Maybe go do something fun together or just, you know, make it like a good atmosphere, okay? The reason I want you to do this is because so I was a broadcast journalist, and I remember I got to interview a lot of people, and one of the things I did was volunteered, especially when we were in school, to like get experience, and then even afterwards, is we'd go to like the Veterans Affairs, like retirement homes, and there's like a lot of guys that are, it's really crazy, they have like these amazing war stories, and some of them had these like insane out-of-body experiences that were like, they were telling me about, and just crazy, like amazing things, and I recorded some of it, and some of it I just listened to, because out of respect, they didn't want it to be recorded. But what's interesting is no one even asked them. And I said, does like anyone ever even asked you? And like some of these guys I talked to, even their kids, never took the time to ask them. So they probably don't know, like there's some really amazing, cool things about their dad or mom, but they just didn't take the time to discover. Okay, so think about yourself as a time traveler, a Sherlock Holmes, someone who wants to see what was it like through their eyes. Right? It's a really fascinating thing. And as you do this, people will like you more too, because you feel like, you know, when you're listened to, you feel like someone, you know, pays attention to you, feel special. And everybody wants to feel special, right? I think it's John Maxwell or someone that says, imagine everyone you see wearing a sign around their neck saying, make me feel special. Right? Make me feel unique. All right? But this isn't just about like some superficial thing, like you're just trying to make them feel good. This is for you too, okay? Don't you want to know kind of where you came from? The people you matter, like what they've gone through, what it's like for them, and what's fun. And don't focus on the negative stuff. We want to focus on more like the positive memories. I mean, if that happens, if it comes up, you know, listen to it, and that might be really interesting, you know? But you don't want people like going down the memory lane of all the horrible things that happen. You want to focus on like the positive stuff, right? And kind of like get the good stuff so you can share it with your kids or your friends when they pass on, right? And something that's really interesting is I remember, you know, being in the military, sometimes you see death a lot differently than someone who's like outside of the military, civilian world. And a lot of people in the civilian world I've noticed just have this concept that I could never die. Like it's never going to happen to me. Like it happens, but not to me, right? Like it takes time. But when you're military, you don't have that luxury. Sometimes people who are young, who thought they were going to live forever, die prematurely, and it's really incredible and super sad. I had a tech sergeant, was like a supervisor, who was telling me he volunteered for the when you have to go. Well, it's kind of like they ask you to. It's like it's heavy responsibility, and it's also somewhat of an honor, but it's very, you know, it's terrible feeling to have to go tell a loved one that their child passed away or their spouse passed away. And it's interesting the responses you get from that, you know, like of course it's never a fun thing and it's always a sad thing. But what's interesting is I remember he was telling me like so many times people would ask, I just wish I could talk just a little more. And a lot of times they felt like they just didn't get enough out of them. They didn't get to talk to them. They really get to know them, and they felt like just cheated. And the thing is, we're all gonna lose someone that we love one day, okay? And someone might lose us. All right, so maybe they want to ask you questions too. When you do this, there might be a give and take that's really interesting, and they like learning from you as well. So I want you to just remember that it's a time clock that's ticking backwards, okay? So everybody's slowly going to their death, some people faster than others, okay? And the best thing you can do is get all the treasure you can and think of yourself as a treasure hunter, okay? So as a master listener, Jedi listener, you're out there going getting gold. Okay, so you're asking people about their memories, their lives, and you're building up wealth. Okay, and another fun thing you can do is if it's something kind of special you want to do, you can get like a video, your cell phone camera. A lot of these have like amazing HD cameras anyway now, and just record like a little thing of their highlights, and then record it like everybody, like in your family or people that are close to you, and just say, hey, what was your favorite memory as a kid? What was your favorite snack as a kid? What was your favorite friend? Did you guys have any funny stories? And you just record it, and then whatever you think's good, put into like one cool video montage, and then at the end of the year when you have Christmas time or some Thanksgiving or something special, you put it on and everybody can watch it, and you can put music to it and have fun with it. All right, and then you can like do this once a year or once every 2 years, and you can start making like a vault that for the rest of your children's life and your grandchildren's and grandchildren, like as far as you can think of, people will have this like digital library and really cool recordings of people that are cool and important to them, and they can get to know people that they didn't know, second and third generations, right? I mean, can you imagine how cool it'd be if you had video from your great 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 grandfather or grandmother from like the 16th century, 17th century, the 18th century, the 19th century, and just to see what it was like, what they were like, and how it's amazing how they somehow got all the way down to you. It's just amazing. And wouldn't it have been cool? Just like maybe they had some amazing life lessons that they died and took with, and you could have learned from. Could have been really, really valuable, right? Stuff that they had to learn the hard way, they could have passed it on, right? And also fun and amusing stories, right? So anyway, I want you to take that in mind. Listening is white gold, okay? And it's magic. And like I said, think of yourself as a time traveler going through their memories, right? It's really special. Don't do it in a weird and invasive way, just like a loving, introspective way, right? You're just curious and you care about someone, right? And also, remember, you're a treasure hunter. Okay, so as a Jedi listener, Jedi Master listener, you're a treasure hunter. Go get your gold. All right, trivia time, trivia time. So, question for you: how many people on average do you think die a minute internationally, the whole world? Okay, give or take. So, on average, there's about 6,316 people dying every hour. Okay, so I know it's morbid, but this is important. I'll get to it. So if you put it in perspective, that's about over 105 people dying every minute. Okay, and to make it even smaller, basically 2 people or more die every second. Okay, so why am I saying, why am I talking about death? It's because, we got to put it in perspective that as time travelers and treasure hunters, we have to get the gold while we still can, okay? Because once they go, the gold goes with them, okay? So let's talk to these people, because could you imagine if everyone did this, what a rich world we would have? If more was passed on and more was shared, probably a lot better outcomes would happen, just better connections with people, better memories, and probably learn a lot more too. All right, you want some quick advice and at the tip of your fingertips, all right? I got a cool thing for you. It's a positive advice in 60 seconds, all right? 60-second advice line. You can give this number a ring. It's free. There's no sales pitch or anything. I just have a cool recorded message you can call, and I update it about once a week. I think I'm going to do it Monday. Like and subscribe. Tell me what you think would be a good day if you guys have any suggestions, and if there's anything you'd like me to talk about. Okay, the number is 1-530-686-5337. And the reason I came up with this is I used to have like a leadership call, something like this when I was in the military. So I thought this would be a cool idea for the public. Okay, so if you ever want, just save it to your cell phone, star it, and like I said, you can call it whenever you want and get some quick advice. It's just a minute or two, real quick advice, and it's kind of cool, whatever's going on that week. So I think you really like it. Try it. Just give it a call. It's 1-530-686-5337. And again, that's the United States number, so it's California. So 1-530-686-5337. And the cool thing is, if you like it, if you have any positive feedback, leave that. If you have any suggestions, leave that. If there's anything you'd like to see on the channel or anything you'd like me to talk about, just leave a message and I'll get back to you. I'll make a video, or a post or something. All right, have a great day. Love you guys. Bye. Communication Man out.